Good morning, chaps. I believe today's the 15th of October, a Tuesday, and I want to do an experiment. I want to do a shaving experiment on the qualities of not just razors, but the qualities of the soaps that we use. So I'm going to start off with, I've used a pre-shave oil, which I don't particularly approve of, but nevertheless, it's the Gentleman's Filly14 Gentleman. Awfully nice stuff, I'm sure. I wasn't convinced with it. I've used it a couple of times. However, I'm now going to put on a little bit of this wonderful Filly14 soap, and I'm going to compare it to my favourite at the moment, which is still Cajun Blade, one of his soaps. So first of all, let's very quickly apply some Filly14. Awfully fine stuff. Although the strange thing is, it's actually improved in its aroma. I've only had it about a week. A very kind gift from a friend of mine whose razors I honed for him. And yeah, he bought me the oil and he bought me this wonderful soap. So Jay, thank you very much if you ever get round to watching this. So there goes the Filly14. But, and here's the big but, I've already forgotten part of what I was going to do, which is remove it from that side of my face and use instead, or rather as a comparison test, the wonderful Cajun Blades soap, which is of course the Floret de Pins. That's the flower of the forest, or the flower of the pines. And there's a comparison. I'm going to use, of course, a different brush. This is another synthetic. This is a kind gift from Gary. So we're going to try some of this. Now, I would say it's a bit unfair, really. But let's try on this side of my face. Let's lather up. This, by the way, this brush is very slightly stiffer. It definitely has more body to it than the other one. So this one, can't quite make it out. No, I can't. There is a metal stamp in the base, so I'm assuming this one is a slightly stiffer synthetic. And yeah, I must say there is quite a difference. This one really rubs in hard. Perhaps that's what you need. I don't know. Anyway, all I do know is my trusty Yaki is extremely soft. The Filly14, what can I say? I've used it about 4 times so far. Very nice soap, actually. The other one, which is of course the Cajun Blade, it's got more body to it. I rather prefer it. But nevertheless, weird test, I know, I'm sorry, but I'm a bit rushed this morning. I have a confession to make. The confession being, the last couple of days, I've actually used a feather. And I used it with a blade that I've used probably 4 or 5 times. And just no comparison. It isn't comfortable. This has now got a brand new blade in it. And I've got to say, there is a difference. So let's try, first of all, on this side, which is, of course, the Floret de Pins. Let's see if I can get any. Yeah. On a new blade, a brand new feather injector blade is good. On an older blade that's been used, say, half a dozen times, yes, it cuts well, very well, but you get soreness afterwards, which is one of the big difference between blades I have found. Commercial blades of this variety, yeah, they cut very, very well, but here's the big but. You get a sore face afterwards. Now, as a comparison, let's take out this old beauty. Haven't used this for over a year. Hasn't been touched since I got it from Gary. This, of course, is one of the kings of all blades. This is a tridur, Filharmonica tridur, and there's no better. But let's try it on this side and just see the difference. Oh my God. To think there's people out there that use horrendous safety razors, so-called double-edged bits of rubbish. Can you hear that cut? It's just effortless. I reserve my Filharmonicas for special days. And I'm beginning to realise how foolish that is. Puma and Filharmonica, superb. Obviously there are some very good stainless out there, I'm not knocking them. Oh, that's so good. This hasn't been used in a year. It hasn't been honed since I got it from Gary. That's what, coming on 3 years ago. Well, that answers my query. It's smoother. I can't explain how, I can't explain why, it just is. And look at the amount of stuff it takes off. No, for travel purposes, obviously a shavette is probably wise because it's in charge, say that you can't really travel very easily anyway with a full blade razor. How sad. However, look at that, does its job. But this is a Feather Professional. It's got the Feather Professional Super cartridge blade in it, and at the moment that blade is its first outing, it's brand spanking new, and yes, it is doing a very good job. But feel wise, it's too sharp. I know that's a sort of contradiction, but it just is, it's too sharp. Does a wonderful job, but under the chin you can feel it's over sharp. These mechanically induced edges, very, very clever. And on the side of the neck, no, I wouldn't use it unless I have to. For travelling, which I never do, excellent piece of kit. Very, very clever piece of mechanism. Very high quality. I've got a better one, but this is the standard Feather Professional. Anyway, let me very quickly go back and just say one side was absolutely wonderful, the other side was absolutely wonderful. So in a bit of a job proving anything. So let's go back to using the awfully nice Trufferton Hill on that side, and we shall use on the other side the wonderful Floret de Pins. Aroma wise, no, aroma wise, I've got to say the Floret de Pins is superior. Smoothness wise, hardly anything between them. The real test is, of course, when it comes to the post shave. Can you just hear the ease of that? It's a noisy razor because it's what I call a stiff deep hollow. The tridur was meant for severely heavy beards, but yeah, no two ways about it. If you can't afford a Lamborghini, you can afford a Filharmonica. Sell the wife and kids, get yourself a Filly. However, and I'll tell you something interesting, you won't cut yourself with a Filly half as easily as with a shavette. Now, that's not a cut. I can't even feel it. Whatever that was, there is something there which obviously that feather found. and you can go over your face with one of these ultra sharp manufactured blades, and it feels like you're cutting really well, which you are, but it will probably cut you. Whereas with one of these, they're more gentle. Oh, far more gentle. Anyway, that's several days. Don't even ask, I'm lost at the moment. That's several days of stubble cleansed, cleaned and removed. I don't know if I've proved anything here. I've got nothing really to prove, apart from saying what a wonderful community of straight razors we have. I could spend all morning just extolling their virtues. From Taiwan to Belgium, from America to Great Britain, to Norway, to Sweden. Wonderful crowd. Anyway, chaps, I'm not going to rabbit on. This was just a little test. So we had tried the Trufferton Hill against the wonderful Louisiana gentleman maker of the finest soaps, which is of course the Cajun Blade. Eric's soap was at least as good, probably better, and aroma wise it is better. So there you go. You've gone from custom maker, Floret de Pins, awfully posh, Trufferton Hill. Post shave, I can't tell you because I'm still finishing off shaving. My Magnum moustache is in full bloom. It's now about 6 weeks old. Yeah, it's 6 weeks old. Look at that. It may go, it depends on what the girlfriend says. But at the moment, what an interesting experiment. Anyway, chaps, there you have it. A very, very quick test from me. Martin's Test Shaves. I'm all about the steel. And this, when you're traveling with a new blade in it, yeah, just beware little cuts. So that's the Feather Professional. And this, it's just beat the pants out of it. I'm sorry, but you know, you will not beat a Philharmonica. You just won't. And the edge was put on about 3 years ago by my wonderful sensei and good friend, Gary, who you should be following, Gary Hayward in Nottingham, England. And I'm down here on the south coast. So sadly, I'm about, I don't know, a 4-hour drive from Gary. We'll probably never meet. But look at that. Baby bum smooth, absolute perfection. Given a choice, go for a Philharmonica. That's it, chaps. Hope this is vaguely amusing. Just coming up to 13 minutes and 25 seconds. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. See you all soon. Bye for now.